let's see YouTube. Okay, YouTube pop. All right, we're a couple minutes early today, but we're making sure because yesterday was kind of a little bit of hassle. So we'll see if everybody fucking wakes up on this particular run. Okay, okay, looks like we are cool. We're 3 for 3. Hi, Facebook. Hey, we're about a minute out from getting started here. But welcome to Real Talk with Keith Motherfucking Walker. I will do that again in a minute, right? When we are officially starting. But again, if you were paying attention yesterday or have followed up, you will see that we had like 2 out of 3, well, actually, all 3 platforms had fucking issues. And I don't know. Was it me? I don't know. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. All righty then. So, hey, dog, what are you doing?
Just talking to you and getting some coffee in me.
All right, fair enough. Hey, we're going to get started here in about 1 minute. So, good morning. Good to hear your voice. Glad you're not having any particular drama yet. It's early, though. Fuck. Don't be so down, Walker. All righty. Official. Greetings. Welcome to the noon hour and your latest episode of Real Talk with Keith Motherfucking Walker. And so, yeah, we got everybody up and running. So I hope to see y'all in the chat boxes and talking shit and all that good stuff. And speaking of talking shit, we have a special guest today. And I don't know exactly what to expect yet. This guy is kind of off the rails half the time. So we'll fucking figure out what he's got for us. But Chris Bishop, welcome to the show. How are you, brother?
Oh man, I'm doing fine. Just
cool.
Around your neighborhood, and I'm just living in it.
All right, cool. All right, well, hey, you are part of the new order of people that I have been randomly hanging out with here over the last few weeks. What started with one conversation has turned into several, has turned into projects and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm really enjoying the fact that I am meeting a lot of new people, and they are people that are very interested in good deeds and deed doers and wonderfulness and recovery and all that good shit. So you fit right in the loop. So, like I shared with you, I don't know, yesterday or the day before when we kind of talked about what we were going to do here, this is pretty much an open forum. Unless there's something in particular, there's nothing really in particular. So I will just share and then I'll let you roll on from there. I know we talked a little bit about recovery stuff. I know we talked a little bit about a project that you were working on. Oh, it's been working for several years. So I'm not sure. I hope you spend some time kind of thinking about how you want to lead into that. But I mean, let's just have you introduce and tell a little bit about your story and in short, how we got to here.
Okay, man, I'll start it off with this. About 2015, life had come to a head, I would say, dude. And my mother grabbed me by the throat, told me I had a week to get the fuck out of her house because I was a fucking junkie, bro.
Wow.
I was an addict, fucking alcoholic.
Right.
Scumbag. Best way to put it.
Okay.
Basically, we scattered all my family to the goddamn winds and, ended up getting a very shameful phone call thanks to a higher power, and I didn't even know it at the time. Mm-hmm. This will go wonky in a minute, but that's when the story starts. I have it written down. My ex, and she became my ex later, Cindy, who was a best friend's mom, called me, hadn't talked to me in 2 years. I told her I was drunk one night. Asks me, "Are you okay? How are you doing?" "No, I'm not okay." "Do you want to come down to Mississippi, get sober?" "Yes." And August 29th, 2015, the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, oddly enough, I moved to Gulfport, Mississippi, and began my sobriety journey there. First 6 months of that was pure hell, because I thought sobriety was literally, bro, and we all know it ain't, and I'll let you comment on this in a second. I thought sobriety was just, I'm not going to use today. And I thought everything was going to magically be fucking better. No, it doesn't work out like that.
Not quite.
Basically, I spent 6 months of day by day wanting to die, wanting to use, or wanting to walk in front of a bus, until I had my first mental break in sobriety. Somebody said to me, "Have you tried AA?" "No." "What the fuck is AA?" Somebody brought me to my first meeting. Only reason I knew I was at a meeting was there were a bunch of old dudes out front drinking coffee, smoking cigarettes, talking shit. Am I in it? Yeah, you're at the right place. Go inside.
Right?
Shut up. Yeah, basically that's where that all starts off.
Okay.
That's the first 6 months. Into the second 6 months, which puts me at about a year sobriety total, is when I got that first spiritual awakening. I walked out of a meeting. I looked up at the sky. It was my first fucking pink cloud good day, really. And I looked up at the sunset that was setting, bro. And I just saw, like, God's paintbrush. And I knew.
Okay.
There's something bigger than me out there. I'm damn sure not religious. Don't believe in spiritual, like, religion, organized religion-wise. But I'm damn sure spiritual. And that was the awakening to that. I spent, I'd say, a good 8.5 years in Mississippi, down south, loving recovery right up until the pandemic.
Okay.
Which is where the whole dopey thing comes in. And I wasn't one that started dopey. I was just one of the ones that happened to be a fan of the podcast.
Okay.
And get in the first couple months and everything. And dude, it became a tight-knit group. And like, pandemic starts. A bunch of us have been listening to this podcast. Me, I started maybe within the first 30 episodes, caught up and stayed live through it. And I found it because I was listening to podcasts about recovery and shit like that with a little comedy to them. I started off with Jason Mewes' Jay and Silent Bob Get Old 10-part series about Mewes' heroin addiction. That ended, and I was looking for something else to listen to in recovery. Found this because I typed in drug podcast, and it gave me dopey, drugs, addiction, dumb shit.
Right.
Now, up until the about the 140, right in the 140s, I don't remember the exact episode it was. One of the hosts of that podcast, they had met in rehab, David Chris, had passed away due to overdose. Chris passed away. And we do Christmas in July, which is going on, I think, this weekend or next weekend we do the marathon.
Okay.
And that's in honor of Chris. And Dave wasn't sure if he was going to keep doing the podcast, but he did, thank God. And it changed tone. It changed from drugs, addiction, dumb shit, mainly, which it still is, to more recovery-based, having people on talking recovery, much like you do.
Okay.
And, like, recovery goes down, pandemic, boom. Within a month, there were 2 groups on Facebook for the podcast and for Dopey that we just fucking commiserated. And somebody's like, should we get a fucking Zoom room? There's no recovery. We should all get together. I think it was Jeff May and somebody else. that got the Zoom room going, or had the idea, and like I was there for a good 5-6 months. Went back to traditional recovery when they came on Zoom, and I'd say about years ago, I was taking care of my best friend Gary up here in Massachusetts when I came home from Mississippi and everything. He was passing away due to emphysema, COPD, it's a whole thing. But he always used to tell me, you need to go back to recovery. You need to go to a meeting. You're going to be fucked when I die. Yeah, Gary, I'm fine. I'm sober. Not thinking about taking care of my own recovery and everything like that. I'm just thinking about just looking at what's in front of me. Ned was fucking completely right. Within a month, I had a major seizure because I'm an epileptic. So when I ever hit my head against something, I hit my head against the bed rail, caused a little bit of brain damage, caused a psychotic break. I literally ended up going to my mother, crying like, dude, I'm either going to relapse or kill myself. I need help now. Got into a day program for 2 months, realized structure was fucking what I was lacking again, and I needed to go back to recovery, but couldn't find a meeting around here that fit, and remembered Dopey, went straight back there, welcomed with open fucking arms, been there ever since, and just, it's non-denominational recovery. We have science-based recovery in there with smart recovery. We've got Dharma recovery in there. Wow. You can't put down with spiritual AA type stuff or NA type stuff. There's a flavor for everybody, basically. We're just a community of people out there trying to keep each other going.
Right.
We have 2 famous questions, and if you ever decide to come to a meeting, you'll be able to answer them there. But they are, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream, Keith?
You're asking me? Okay. I'm a Rocky Road guy.
Okay, you're in there. And the second question, the more important question, do you like tacos?
Yeah.
We ask those questions, Keith, because we care more about who you are as a person and that you're here and that you're trying, is what we tell people, than what type of drug you're out there for, what type of substance, how much time you've got. We care about that if you want to tell us. But we just care that you're here and that you're trying and that you're part of the community, because community and silence kills.
Right.
And that's what I've learned throughout my whole journey is community saves, silence kills.
Right.
The main reason to give my phone number out to everybody and anybody that wants it.
Right.
The reason the phone number is tattooed on somebody's ass.
Right. Okay. Cool.
We get goofy and dopey, man. My friend Lauren bet me I couldn't say fuck for 20 minutes. And ended up with a tattoo on his ass in my handwriting.
Right. Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. It's been an interesting ride. Last 10, almost 11 years, because August 29th will make 11.
Nice.
And I'm glad to be here one day at a time, standing, kicking ass.
Right.
Fucking did it, dude.
Right. Cool. So if people are interested in it, they can go do a search on Dopey Zoom and they will find where you get.
And if you search Dopey Podcast, you'll find the podcast.
Okay. But that'll get us into your room. Okay. Very cool. Cool. Go ahead.
The 804-300-586 is the Zoom code, and Toodles is the password.
All right, say it again. 804. Oh, sorry. 804.
300. 586.
586. Oops.
And password is Toodles.
All right. Yeah, I'm just throwing that in the chat box. Oh, find out how to check meeting. Oh yeah, Pam just asked. Yeah.
And if anybody
Zoom or yeah, you got a Zoom or YouTube or you just how
that's Zoom, and there if you search Dopey for the podcast, they're all over YouTube and all over any of the main podcasting platforms.
Okay. So if we and again if we go to the Dopey podcast, we'll be able to find links and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't figure you guys are hiding. I mean, I did a little bit of recon on it and I found you, so it's not.
DopeyZoom.com also is our separate website from the podcast itself.
Okay.
We have our own
DopeyZoom.com. Okay. Cool. All right. There's a bunch of ways to find you there. Very cool. Right on. So cool. So you are coming up on 11 years in recovery. I'm just gonna pick your brain just for a minute, just cause. So you were talking about it. The first 6 months, you just decided like your mom laid the smackdown on you, and you're like, I'm just gonna get fucking move to Mississippi and get sober. So you just like white knuckled that shit to start with. You're just like grabbing the ends of the chair and being miserable and trying to stay. That's fucking. That's crazy.
For an hour.
What's that?
I would get like an urge to go use it. I would go out with the dog because we had a blackmouth cur, and I'd go walk him around the block 20 times.
Oh my god, that's such good therapy. Fuck, me and Pam do that. We got a basset hound, and he gets 2 walks a day, and it's not just to stay sober, but I mean it's therapy. It's fucking great for all of us, and it covers a lot of ground. I don't know if you were probably not thinking that at the time, but I mean it's still a tool in the toolbox for sure. So yeah, that is nuts. And I mean, like, I appreciate your story because everybody's path obviously is different, and people get to the promised land in a lot of different ways. And so I don't have any particular opinion on any of that. It's just like everybody's got their life and their path. So
I will tell you this.
Go ahead.
Without that first 6 months of white knuckling, which brought to the point of fucking acceptance,
right?
I think I would have been in and out of the program, in and out of the fucking program, in and out of the fucking program,
right?
Because it was getting kicked out of my mother's,
being
forced down to Mississippi, and then that 6 months of fucking, you can't do this on your own, dumbass.
Right.
Was what brought me to acceptance, willingness, and the readiness to say, okay, I will do whatever the fuck you tell me, Steve.
Right.
Let's go.
True. So yeah, it's and there are bottoms, and there are bottoms in recovery as well. And I think we all go through them, or have, or will, or any of that, where, like you said, it's just, oh, I'm going to get sober, and it's like unicorns, shit, and rainbows, and that's not reality. And, so there's a lot which we come to find beyond just the drinking or using. Like, after you, like they say, like, if you have a drunk horse thief and take away the alcohol, what you have left is a horse thief. And right? I mean, and that's a cliche, like from the fucking 30s, but it's still Yeah, it's still relevant today. The bottom line is whatever was fucked up in the first place is still there. It just is not uh anesthetized anymore. So it's raw, and like you said, I mean, if you just do the abstinence gig without some kind of recovery process, that's what I mean, that's just what I hear people talk about. Like it's miserable and it's painful again because there's nothing to cover the bullshit up anymore. So there you are, raw and uncomfortable and miserable, and it's so good for you. I mean, gratefully, obviously, you got through that process, and then the wake up call, and then you've been on board ever since, and that's spectacular. And again, I don't claim to dictate anybody's bottom or what it takes to get there. Uh, but it's true. I mean, the worse it gets, the more motivated people are when they fucking figure it out, right? Because um, I mean, this shit will kill you and, or make you wish you were dead, like you were talking about. And, coming to that realization, because again, there's a lot about recovery that's hard and fucked up, and it's like we need to be a little bit motivated to follow through with some of that stuff. So, um, and I appreciate again, I will, as I'm building my toolbox perpetually, right? I've been playing the game for a long time, but I'm always interested in new tools. Um, talking about the Dopey Zoom gig and the people that are affiliated with that, and some of the people that you've mentioned, I've done a little follow up with as well. I forget dude's name, but you're talking about your motivational speaker buddy that was a big part of this.
Oh yeah, Dave.
Yeah. So I mean, kind of a big deal, but he's got a great story. So I've listened to some of his stuff. What I really appreciate, and once again, it is why there's a thousand ways to skin a cat, and there's got to be multiple ways to access this recovery when you talk about the whole non-denominational or not religious or any of that kind of stuff, because a lot of people are not down with that. And so your typical 12 step for a lot of people, like it's a non-starter right off the bat when people start talking with the G word and with whatever history they have. Again, I don't have any judgment on it. I understand the concept. But when you're first walking in, it feels like you're fucking walking into church and this and that. And if you've had a bad history, you're like walking right back out the door. Like, no, I'm not down with that bullshit, or whatever it is to you, or has been. And so the fact that Dopey offers an alternative per se, or at least an open door to, I mean, again, having your own choice as far as that goes. I think that's great. I And the other thing you clicked on again, it's just talking about different modalities of treatment that you guys talk about. Um, I'm not an expert by any means, but I've had my hands on some smart recovery stuff uh, throughout my career and recovery myself. And so just the fact that you mentioned it, like that's floating around in there too. So it sounds great. And yeah, so I don't know. So you have, uh, I think you told me you have like a speaker meeting that you're hosting or something coming up here at some point with Dopey. Is that true?
What I said I do believe is I had 2 on the website that I've done.
Okay, that you.
Anybody can go onto the adobezoom.com and click speaker meetings. And there's a crap ton of them, just different people over the years. People who had come in, people from the room itself.
Right.
So many good ones.
Sure. So we can get in there and click on those meetings and click your name, and we can find you in there and listen to more.
You can go on date. Mine is September of 24 or 25.
Oh, okay. So this is Waba. Okay, gotcha. All right.
I did 24 and 25, both in September, oddly.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So we can go back then and catch more of your story and all that good shit. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Well, very cool. I appreciate the hell out of you. I appreciate you showing up and hanging out for a little bit. Let me ask you this. Um, so we met. Let me see. Is Jessica the mutual friend?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, she got lots of friends.
She's a mutual friend of another friend of mine.
Right? There's a lot of interconnected going on with that, which again I really appreciate that, right? Great minds think alike or something like that. And so what's that?
I said I'm not gonna go into the who, the what, or the why.
Sure.
We're off beat a little bit, but I think you know what I'm talking about when I say this. There's a video I'm trying to get taken off the internet right now off of YouTube. So that's me and Jessica connected.
Oh, indeed. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, the connections are interesting. Again, as I was sharing the last few weeks, I've connected with a lot of randomness, and I've been on a path that I had no idea was coming up, which is a lot of fun. And I'm having a good time with it. So, all right. So before we wrap up here, I'm just for kicks, what's next? Like what do you got going on in your life? Like what's up with Chris in the future? Is it more of the podcasting stuff, hanging out, obviously trying, staying clean and sober, but
I just literally look at it like this. I'm trying to help as many people as I can.
Yeah.
And that's why I give my number out to as many people as I do.
Sure.
If anybody needs it, 774-381-4823. My phone's always on.
Right on.
Well, I look at the responsibility pledge, and I take that shit very seriously.
Right? Good.
And another thing is, one of the main reasons I'm sober is fucking Brandon Novak.
Right.
I don't know if you know who Novak is or not. I'm sure you probably do.
Right.
That man got sober 3 months before I did. And when I was hitting the wall and looking at it, I'm like, if that motherfucker can do it, I have no excuses. And in 2024, at DokiCon, I got to meet that motherfucker.
Right.
Tell him my story just like I did you. And spend 30 minutes talking with them.
That's very cool.
So, man.
Right on.
I'm just putting positivity out there, going to as many shows as I can.
Right on.
One of the best things about being sober is every minute of the show you go to is burned into your brain and not marred in fucking alcohol.
Yeah, we remember shit. Isn't that interesting? Right? No, likewise. Likewise, appreciate that part as well. And even the older we get, the more work it is to go do that shit. So not being all fucked up really helps. Like just getting around. And
it was funny though, looking at all the fucked up people at the shows.
Yeah, they're very entertaining. And I don't have any judgment. Everybody's got their journey, And like you, I and a lot of us, we are available to those that need help on their journey. I mean, and I've shared this more than once, and I'll share it more than once more. Um, life is a team sport, and nobody does any of this shit alone. Very few, anyway. Might be a couple hermits out there, but you don't know because they're out there all alone. Like, but for the rest of us that are hanging out here, again, yeah, there's a lot of reason to be engaged with the rest of the human race, and certainly finding like-minded people that are on recovery trajectories or any of that, so you know that you're getting good support and good information. Um, again, and we take turns picking each other up and helping us out. So right on. Well, hey, dude, I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate the hell out of you. I appreciate the call in and all of that. So we're gonna wrap up here for the Saturday edition. But I just want to throw this out to you and everybody else, anybody who's listening. We're on a mission. We're on a mission from God, right? The Blues Brothers thing, whatever we call that. And so we build again. My name's in the title, but it's a team sport, and it's just like you and your phone number, whatever you want to call any of that. Like, if it's helpful, share it, comment, follow, blah, 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 all the digits, right? And if you're listening at any time and you find anything of value, tell somebody and share the memo and all that good stuff. And this is going to build as a team or not, really, from how I feel, how I see it going. So, yeah, all of that. And again, personally, Chris, I thank you. Thanks for calling in. And thanks for sharing some of your story with us, and certainly the introduction to Dopey. And hopefully, uh, some of our friendly viewers will go check out your shit and all that stuff. And again, your number is on in the chat board. So,
Hell yeah.
hopefully you don't get any calls because everybody's life is wonderful. But hey, right, it's there. So, all right, Chris. Well, I'm going to say goodbye to you on the phone call. We will be in touch and follow each other through the social media stuff. Appreciate it. Tell a friend, all that good shit. But thanks again, boss.
Hell yeah, brother. Get your ball.
Word. All right, take it slow, man. See ya.
And as always, you would say, God bless you all.
Word. Yeah. All right, take care, man.
Be good.
All right. Ooh, very cool. All right. Chris motherfucking Bishop in the house. Sharing stories, right? Laying out referrals and all that stuff. Dopeyzoom.com. Go check out his stuff. The guy you mentioned at the end, Brandon Novak, was the guy I think I was referring to that he was telling me about. He's a guy who's in recovery himself, but he not X, I guess he's back at it, but did a lot of skateboard stuff back in the day. Very engaged in all that. He does what do you call that? Motivational speaking stuff and all that. So he's kind of a big deal, I guess. Aren't we all? And so anyway, you can do some research on Brandon Novak as well, and just another resource, right? And I don't know if we can have enough of that connection going on as far as Walker and his podcast, Life and whatnot. Again, appreciate all y'all stopping in and hanging out. Share it, share it, share it. We're building. Tell a friend. Wrote a book. Go get yourself a copy. If you don't have a copy of it, I don't know why. Hit me up. I got swag packages, free shipping, autographed copies of this nonsense, um, which basically puts all of this shit kind of in a reading format. Hey, enjoy that. Right? And tomorrow, Spiritual Sundays, join me at noon where we get tuned in with the universe. Quick, short episode as it's supposed to be a day of rest. Yeah, somebody said. Anyway, um, but it's a yeah the short episode, newly to be revealed coming up. Mindful Mondays will be following that. Interestingly enough, and we will. It will be a mindfulness focused day on Real Talk with Keith Motherfucking Walker. Tell your friends if you're not. Yeah. Have a great weekend. Deuces. All right. And as I say goodbye to all my friends, right? Oh, what happened? Okay. Facebook's out. Hello, YouTube. I didn't see anybody in here. If you're catching this on the in the future, like from now, which will be your now, whenever you're catching it, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you keep looking and listening.